You know that feeling when a story just grabs you and won't let go? That's the kind of drama that's waiting for you on Disney Plus Hulu. Mysterious post-apocalyptic thrillers like the acclaimed Hulu original, Paradise. Action-adventure dramas like Daredevil, Born Again. And iconic medical dramas like Grey's Anatomy. Or maybe you want your drama with a side of comic relief with shows like High Potential. Find the drama you want on Disney Plus and Hulu with a bundle subscription. Terms apply.
Hey, I'm Issa Medina, comedian and host of I'm Right, You're Wrong podcast, a comedy podcast about the everyday debates we've all had at brunch. Every week, I welcome on a special guest, the likes of Leo Gonzalez, Morgan J, Tefi Pessoa, and more to talk about what they think is right or wrong. But mostly, we banter, chismoseamos, and keep you company. Check out new episodes of I'm Right, You're Wrong podcast every Wednesday anywhere you get your podcasts.
You got mail.
Hi, I'm Millie Tamaris.
And I'm Elise Morales.
And this is
Go Touch Grass,
the podcast where we log in
so you can log off.
Elise and I are two chronically online comedians, and on this pod, we break down the week in internet discourse, viral memes, TikTok trends, and niche influencer drama so that you can do literally anything else.
Literally anything else, like signing up for our Patreon.
Yes.
That's where we have more content weekly, access to our Discord community, and our spin-off series, Search History, where we go back and break down a viral discourse from the past. This week's Patreon, which is open to all tiers.
Yeah, so if you're a $1 patron,
You're getting this
You're
one.
getting this one. You can buy the episode individually.
Yeah.
But you know it's going to be good. We talked for like over an hour about the BAFTA N-word discourse.
The BAFTA N-word discourse.
The BAFTA N-word discourse. If you're like, how do Millie and Elise feel about this? What is the nuanced, correct take about
What is
this?
the right way to feel?
What is the right way to feel
about the
about
guy
this?
with Tourette's who said the N-word at the BAFTAs?
At the BAFTAs
we
and
break
had
it down.
a weird apology.
And listen, we get into
it because we said, you know what? That is what did we say? Disability and racism
fighting.
5 alarm fire discourse.
5 alarm fire.
We're paywalling that.
Exactly.
We're paywalling that. You're not gonna get us.
You can pay $3.50 to buy the episode, or you can
sign up for
$1.
$1.
I did briefly accidentally make it $350, and I was like, "That's correct." Actually,
that's correct.
Pay us $350 to talk about the N-word at the BAFTAs.
BAFTAs, because BAFTAs obviously needs racial inclusion. Anything. BAFTAs can pay us $350 for us to say that British people think people are stupid. Anyway. Okay. Anyway,
Where are
also
we?
check us out on YouTube.
Right.
We have full episodes up
We do.
every week.
We do.
Kind of. You get the audio in there, and be sure to check out our website, gotouchgrasspodcast.com, for all things Grass Nation. I say that we will have all episodes out this week.
Yeah.
I promise.
Guess what else we're gonna have? And we do have.
Yes.
It's literally in my house. We have merch.
We have merch.
We're going to be posting our merch very soon. We have pins that say Go Touch Grass. They're for $6. We have cute totes that say Go Touch Grass for $16. But you can buy them both in
For
a bundle.
For 20.
We can bundle for 20.
You can Go Touch Grass bundle.
You can get the Go Touch Grass bundle for
$20. People be like, yo, they really want to go touch grass because they got the bundle.
They got the bundle.
But speaking of the bundle.
Speaking of a bundle of joy.
Speaking of a bundle of joy. Today in studio, we have Brooklyn-based comedian, voiceover artist.
Wow.
Someone who goes viral so often. He has about 3 million followers across platforms. 2023 creator to watch and 2024 comic to watch at the New York Comedy Festival. And he's one of the newest cast members on Nick Cannon's Wild 'N Out. But most importantly, he's an undercover biracial person. Everyone give it up to Grass Nation's Lukas Arnold.
Oh,
Grass Nation, welcome.
It's great to be here. I finally got my visa.
Finally got your
Finally
visa.
got my visa here.
You've not been detained at the border of Grass
Thank
Nation.
God. Though you try.
No.
No.
I feel like it's not visa.
Grass Nation has open borders.
Yeah, Grass Nation has open borders. I'm thinking like you're in a different kingdom. You're doing something else.
I'm in a kingdom? Why?
I think
That's
you're
rude.
in a kingdom.
I'm
I
in a
think you're the
kingdom?
king of your other land, and
I'm
we're
the king.
over
Okay.
here. And we're Grass Nation, and our kingdoms are converging.
I'm like Luxembourg. I'm landlocked.
Yeah, see, not nerdy enough to know what that means.
Tiny ass country.
Oh, see, I thought it was a part
just-
of England. See, this isn't a geography.
This isn't
not
a geography podcast.
I did a
Geography.
web series. It was like a
Fame,
Wow.
Yeah.
fame.
Not to brag.
Not to brag.
No, but
Flex on me.
yeah, but one of the questions was like, oh, what vegetable is named after this famous European city? And it was Brussels, but the host said, yeah, Brussels, Germany. I was like, Brussels, Belgium. What the fuck? You didn't know this?
Oh,
and she was like, wait, damn, you're totally right.
geography will fuck people up.
Yeah.
In college, it was like fall semester freshman year. So like really just got there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You
I
don't
was
know shit.
an international relations
Still don't.
major. So I took a class called Geography 101.
Oh my God.
When we're thinking about that, you're thinking fill out a map, where are the states.
Color
That's
them
for
in.
children.
color.
That's for children.
yeah,
Yeah.
color in these maps. What are the capitals? I don't know.
You're doing the song from like Yakko Wacko and Dot.
Alabama,
I think
Alaska,
This is
Arkansas.
cake. I've seen a map. Like I'm in Geography 101.
I'm gonna make it with noodles.
It was the hardest class. The final test.
What
The
was
final test
Uh-huh.
was that they gave you coordinates, latitude, longitudinal.
Oh my God.
Oh.
cartography?
Listen, you got latitudinal and longitudinal coordinates. You had to find it on a map and write an essay about what it would be like to live there.
Because you have to memorize the climate.
Yes,
Wow.
exactly.
Whoa. Okay.
And you'd be
Wow.
like, oh, this is actually the top of a mountain. So blah, 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 blah. It was so hard. It was.
No, you have to be paying
Damn.
attention. You have to be paying
Okay,
attention.
to be fair, that's a good task for a college
It
level.
was
No,
crazy.
no, that isn't. But like those were my college was
Geography 101.
Like, no, my college.
What's the highest level geography question
That was
you
the
get?
that was the beginning and end of my geography career.
Well,
that
you know,
was crazy.
102. But I'm like, my college was like that. Like, I would be in a class with 10 people, and the teacher would really and then it would be like a race and ethnicity class, and I'm the only one darker than a paper bag. So like when I'm absent, like it's noticed. And but you have to really know the material to be able to get a curveball like that.
Yeah.
If-
Okay, wait. I have a really dumb question.
Mhm.
And we have questions for you.
Yeah,
We
we
Oh,
do
good.
have questions for
Okay.
you.
But
But
ask
you
me a
ask
dumb
your
question
question first.
My question, as a white man, takes precedent. You know.
Okay.
My question is, what do mathematicians do? Well, you know, when someone majors in mathematics, what job do you get that a calculator can't? This is a dumb question.
Don't they come
I'm
up with
aware.
New math?
They come up
They
with
come
new
up with
math.
new math.
They're doing math
They're
for
coming
like
up with new math. Yeah,
So
they're
it's an
doing math
MLM.
for-
So it's an MLM.
No, everything is an MLM. That's what we talked about. If you joined the Go Touch Your Ass book club on our Discord channel, you would have read Little Bosses Everywhere, the book
Mhm.
that says everything in America is an MLM.
Everything's an MLM.
Everything
Yeah,
is
I
an
get
MLM.
it.
Is being a mathematician an MLM? I don't know, but I think their main job is to make new math.
They make new math, but they're also making math for the most evil companies. They are
Yeah.
making math
Yeah.
that finds Maduro taking a shit on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, they're making the
making
math. They're making the math that's in Iran right now.
The
It's
math
Oh,
not
yeah.
that's going
good.
off right now.
And they don't want it. They don't want that new
want it.
math. They
It's
don't
bad
like
They
it.
don't
math.
want it. And that,
They're
you
doing
know,
bad math.
they're doing bad,
doing
bad
bad
math, but they are doing shit. They're doing the most. You're like, what are their jobs? I'm like,
Yeah.
the American mathematicians are doing the most evil things.
Yeah.
They are finding out like evil things, or they're teaching.
Yeah, or they're
fucking
teaching.
students- or they're teaching,
Or they're
like,
teaching math.
or they're teaching and fucking students.
Either
Either way,
say.
you really
We
can't say.
can't say.
Or they're fucking hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein. We really don't know. You know why?
I think
Because
that
Jeffrey
there are
Epstein was a
some
math.
Don't
regular
point at me when you say
No,
Jeffrey
no, no,
Epstein.
No, I know.
You
it's not
said
using.
Jeffrey Epstein pointing me in the eye.
Okay.
As I looked at you because I remembered, I have the memory of us talking about with Alex Perlman on our Alex Perlman episode.
Mhm.
Oh,
When we did the deep dive of Epstein. he was a mathematician teacher.
That is true.
So, and
You
he's
are
a
right.
mathematician. So
Wow.
I'm saying, so what I said was like, either of these guys are fucking, they're
They're
students.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or
the-
doing
the
Have you
ratings
seen-
for
Have you seen
mathematicians
the
is
yearbook
actually
photo?
crazy.
Have you seen the yearbook photo from the 70s from when he was a teacher? It's so creepy because he still has that look in his eye.
Ugh.
But he's like
It's
wearing a
awful.
leather jacket. He's like the cool. It's disgusting. Guys,
It's disgusting.
hot take.
Okay.
Jeffrey
Epstein
Epstein
is disgusting.
We're
I'm
going to cancel
disgusted.
him. Today in 2026, Elisa and I, Jeffrey Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein, over, dude.
Canceled, dog.
You're
You're
done,
canceled.
dude.
You're
You're
canceled.
done as a financier for sure.
Woke 3.0's here. You're
Walk
done.
yourself out.
Yeah.
Take the trash out yourself.
Okay. Lucas, we do have
Yes.
questions for
Yes,
you.
yes, indeed, yes.
We do have questions for you. Number one, you're very successful on social media. You have, as Millie said, 3 million across platforms. Walk us through how you got started making content, when stuff started popping off, how you feel. Your process for making content now.
Sure. Okay. So I started making videos in March of 2020 because stand-up was not available to me. I started doing stand-up the summer before and started August of 2019.
In New York?
In New York, yeah.
Okay.
Started here. So I started making videos in March of 2020. I was at home alone. I had nothing else to do. And my first video that took off was like a couple weeks after I first started making stuff on like TikTok. It was this is how dated it was. It was me doing a bunch of impressions of people auditioning for Tiger King the stage version.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
My first viral TikTok was about Tiger King.
Wow. I knew I recognized
posted
you
it
from
one.
somewhere.
It was a time.
I
Everyone
posted
was
one.
talking about.
Yeah.
It was
Tiger
also
King
so
was
good.
It
Yeah,
was
Tiger
like
King was
So
good.
good.
Tiger
Did you see
King was-
season 2?
I think I did, but I don't have the
don't think
connection with it. Like Tiger King season 1, that was
That was a
moment in
banger.
time.
That was
But it was like, and it wasn't a crazy thing that was at a time where everyone was so desperate. to, like,
exactly.
whatever. So it's like this insanely crazy, like
Yeah.
reality show / thing. So you did a Tiger King.
I did, yeah. And
so you
that
played all his boyfriends, basically.
Sure, yeah.
You did a character of all of the Tiger King's boyfriends.
Yes.
And went viral.
Exactly. Yes. It did really, really well. And then for like 3 months, I never hit anything close to that. And I was just chasing that dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then in June, I did a different impression video where it was just 4 different people saying the phrase, "I love it when you call me señorita." And people really loved that. And then I started repeating that formula with different impressions, and each one of them just kept doing well. And it just and everything just was like sunshine. And I hit 1 million by Thanksgiving that year
my God.
on
A
TikTok.
million by Thanksgiving.
1 million by Thanksgiving.
Wow.
June to Thanksgiving. That's
Yeah.
like a quarter.
Yeah.
Well, March to Thanksgiving.
March to Thanksgiving.
That's when I started. But yeah. And then around like December, I was still doing a lot of impressions, but I realized that I started getting people started interacting with me saying, "Oh yeah, you're an impressionist, right?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm pigeonholing myself."
Yeah.
And I realized that I was like, "Oh, if I actually want to serve my goals as a comedian, I needed to do a hard pivot."
Yeah.
And I started doing like joke videos in my bathroom mirror, and I started also doing sketches. And I had this idea of a sketch series about the women's clothing industry because I had this experience
Right
where
for satire.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was, and it did phenomenally well.
Mm-hmm.
It did
So
really amazing.
everything Senorita related is really hitting for you.
Yeah, it's just
saying Senorita, clothing Senorita.
yeah,
Sorry,
exactly.
but
It's just
sorry, you were saying.
it just helps if you're a man. People like listening to
Yeah.
men.
Well,
You guys wouldn't know
yeah,
this.
Yeah, well, we know that.
No, we're here. We're here to listen to you as a
we're
man.
here to listen to you, but also we
and-
do get the comments. We do know that people like listening to men, and also people do not. You guys think that having a nose ring is like a cringe millennial thing? Guys, people do not respect nose rings, apparently.
The number of comments that we get on YouTube that are related to that we have a nose ring. Nose ring. You have a nose ring.
Yeah, nose ring theory still
someone
stands.
with a nose ring.
Nose ring.
Really?
No one listens to anyone with a nose ring. Nobody with a nose ring has.
Really
bizarre.
surprising.
Oh, it's a whole. But then I looked at nose ring theory, and it's a part of the right.
Wait, what's nose ring theory?
That they think that anybody who has it's supposed to be
about septum piercing,
but
it's the big one.
That's the one that's fun to judge.
Yeah, but they'll even do this. This is how cuckoo they are. But they think that like anybody. Nose ring theory equals like leftism derangement theory. They have like they're insanely like they're crazy.
It has a meaning to them that it just really doesn't have to me. And I never think about that I have a nose ring, and I never think about when someone else has one.
I've never even noticed that you had a nose ring.
Yeah.
I don't.
Me too. Like I forget about my nose ring.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's not a whatever.
Exactly. So it's so strange. But yeah, no, we get. And I get that on other videos around when I like will have a character video or something, like people will say
this girl's Team Jacob because she's has a nose ring.
Nose ring.
Oh, okay. There's fantasy characters.
Yeah.
That's my impression.
I did this one video that was like, it's like a billionaire that's fleeing New York, and I filmed it like truly that morning in 2 seconds in my like closet, and it ended up going viral or whatever. It did well. But this one guy was like, this would have been more believable if you took out your nose ring. I was like, I'm not taking out my nose ring
to do a fucking character.
A 30-second video where I'm this close to the screen. Like I have like a scarf on.
No,
and like a
fuck you.
What do you mean? I'm not.
Everyone thinks that they're an expert, and they're like, this is the reason you're not. Idea of being big.
And I'm like, I'm not trying to make it realistic. I'm not trying to trick you. This is a comedy
you're not
video. I'm not trying to make
You're in an apartment in Bed-Stuy. Everyone knows you're not a billionaire.
Yeah.
Can I say my biggest, like, people, I have been asked, like, advice about social media, and I would say, like, the biggest takeaway that I've gotten from having success online is I've learned just how so stupid people are. People are actually so much dumber than you could imagine. Not the people watching and listening.
Absolutely.
You guys are beautiful and lovely and intelligent.
Unless you're going to leave us a fucking comment about my nose ring, then suck my dick.
This is a theory I've talked about on the pod that I call the dumb scroll theory, which is that I think that, I think that especially on TikTok, when you are scrolling TikTok and you are like in it puts you in a low vibrational state. It
puts me in a state where I'm like, do I want this asymmetrical skirt?
Right. I think that it brings you to your dumbest form.
Yeah.
If you are going into that and you are already dumb, that is how we're getting comments on videos of me where I'm performing a character on a stage and people are saying, is this real? What is this? And I'm wearing a huge wig and I'm on a stage and it's tagged as the Upright Citizens Theater.
There's no suspension of disbelief. There is just belief.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, it's because it brings you so low. And some people can be brought very low.
But this is what I'm saying when people are like, how did this happen again? Or like, what? It's just like, people are fucking stupid. Yeah. Speaking of fucking stupid, we'll go quickly to your next question.
Okay.
Something I think, again, is really great about... Now, I feel like I'm overly complimenting, but...
No, I love this. This is so nice.
All right. Something
glazing.
I
feel
is what
glazed. People are saying. You're glazing.
I'm glazing.
You've been glazing
to bring them down. No, I'm kidding.
Something I think... now we have our hard question.
Yeah, well, no, this is all so that...
Why did you kill that man?
No. This is all for Lukas to accept the collab. Lucas needs to accept the collab. If we do all this and you don't accept the collab...
Ooh, look at the town.
No! Sit your ass down. Because I'm going next level glazing.
Okay.
Something that I really think is great about you is your fresh and different perspective of being biracial in your comedy. You discuss it from a lens of a proximity of power rather than a kind of feel bad for me thing that I often see. And not that people shouldn't do that, but I really am curious on how you approach your comedy in that way. That is like what specifically I appreciate about you accepting that motherfucking collab. No.
Can I just say, wait until you see my slam poetry. It's gonna two sides warring with each other. Mixture,
Oh no.
So yeah, okay. So that's
I will say
his
this.
comedy's good, but the slam poetry's hack.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I would say that first I identify as like a white dude from a mixed family. That's how I identify, and I feel like biracial connotes more like exactly half and half, and that's not what I am. Like my mom is the one, she's half black, half white. My dad was white Jewish.
Okay, so you're like quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so you're a quarter. What is it, a quad? No, I won't. We're not going to say that.
You can say it.
We're not going to say that.
Please say it.
We're not going to say that. No, because my friend says
I haven't
equation.
been saying anything.
My friend says
I just want to be
equation.
clear that
I've been
There's
sitting and
equation,
listening.
and then there's equation for people who are a quarter. So I'm like, quiracial. No, you're quadracial.
Yes.
Something like that. We'll find
we're bleeping
something.
this entire
Sure,
segment.
We're cutting it out.
We're just cutting this out.
We're cutting
I will
it
say
out.
I'm very glad to hear that when I talk about it, it's received positively. That's very kind. It's just trying to be real. I'm just trying to like share actually what my life because like in like 99% of my life, it's affected me zero.
Yeah,
it really hasn't. And I always told people like the only place where it actually made me feel like somewhat of a victim, quote unquote, is at the airport with my mom.
Oh,
when I was little, like trying to get through airports, that's the only area of my life where I really feel like I know what that struggle is, and I actually feel like that was something I had to prepare myself for. And then also like becoming an adult and starting to travel on my own, the vast difference it was. How easily and how quickly I started going through airports where I was like, it felt like
that's so interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, really, because like we've been kept from flights. We've just fully been not allowed to board flights.
Yeah, because your mom's from Sudan.
Yeah.
And she's Muslim.
Yeah, I wasn't raised religiously, but my mom, she has a Muslim name. She was raised, and so like, and just like being a brown, like we were not assumed to be honest in saying that we were mother and child. So we would be.
Oh yeah, because your mom is like darker and you're like white. Like
yeah.
You could say
that
it.
is also.
You can say white.
I can't say quadrant, so obviously
I'm bleeping white.
Yeah,
I've told you a million times that I'm bleeping white.
Yes,
I know. At least won't let me say cracker on Maine. I can't say cracker on Maine. I know. We talked about it.
No, but like
we get fucking emails and shit about us having a nose ring and hating
but like we were once getting a connecting flight to visit family in the UK, and we were connecting through Canada. And when we got to Canada, they wouldn't let us get on our flight to the UK. They kept us because they wanted to keep us for like questioning and to like make sure that everything was sussed out. And then when they realized that we were that was when the Canadians that came out, they were like, oh my God, we're so sorry about this. They gave us a bunch of free food and they were like, we're so sorry about it.
Were they sorry or were they sore?
They were sorry.
They were sorry.
They were real
they
sorry.
were sorry about it.
Can I tell you? I was leaving that for you.
No, thank you. He's glazing me so that I don't feel bad when he doesn't accept the collab.
It all comes down to the collab.
You're gonna laugh so hard when I don't accept it.
I'm gonna be really sad, actually.
Yeah.
I'm gonna feel embarrassed. So we have a software update.
We have a software update.
What software update? And
Okay.
Then tell us
So anyway, Lukas, that was so beautiful, all the stuff that you just said about your experience and race and everything. We do have an update about Punch the Monkey.
More important than your
we have an update about Punch the Monkey.
We have an update about the viral monkey in Japan.
Okay.
Like, thank you for being vulnerable about
this
race.
is me finding out he's from Japan. I had no idea this whole
from
time.
The Ichikawa Zoo.
So last week we talked about Punch the Monkey, and we charted his virality alongside this fashion curve chart for trending pieces.
Yeah.
And last week when we recorded, which was on Monday, we said that he was between stages 2, early growth, and 3, celebrity influencer adoption. But we were like, but if he's in a place where like...
If he gets on SNL.
We said like, if we start seeing the late night shows and if we get to SNL, then we're
Mudang's
moving.
at a 6 right now. She's at a 5 or 6. She's past peak, but still relevant.
And he didn't feel...
I don't know.
Yeah, people brought up, people invoked Mudang when people didn't invoke Harambe when we were talking about Punch.
Invoke Harambe.
No.
People invoked Mudang.
People are invoking Mudang still as when you talk about the viral animal, it's still
Mudang.
You still care about her.
Mudang's still that bitch.
She's still
like
that
it's
bitch.
a constitutional right. I'm invoking Harambe.
You think so, but people voted for Harambe.
People invoke.
You're talking
people
about how
Harambe.
Dumb people are?
No, I
And
know
you're
people
surprised
voted for
people
Harambe.
invoked
I know
Harambe?
people
People
voted for
invoked.
Harambe.
People invoked Harambe in a big way.
So what's going on with Punch? So Punch is where?
So now Marcelo Hernandez played Punch
Yes.
on Weekend Update. They
Yes.
did a bit with Sarah Sherman where she was Punch's mom. I thought it was funny. But the point is, we said if he got on SNL, that is a different level.
That's a bump.
That's a bump. So now he's moved to between stage 3 celebrity influencer adoption and stage 4 mass adoption.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're gonna get some Punch branded something soon.
Yeah.
Watch.
yeah.
And like,
If Hawaiian Punch doesn't land in on this, that would be crazy.
yeah, like they break him out. Yeah.
But yeah, we're still watching. We're charting.
Watch that space on
Watch
Punch.
that. Watch
You're watching
on Punch.
Nickelodeon with your nephew and you see a commercial and you're like, God damn it. What?
It's Punch.
Yeah.
It's Punch. We
You
gotta
know
watch
what? Yeah, a cartoon for Punch.
A
That
cartoon.
would really
A
put it in a
cartoon?
different level. Mudang didn't even get a cartoon.
Mudang didn't
so
get
if
a
Punch
cartoon.
became a
Did
I know,
cartoon.
but
Mudang
then
get a
you
book?
have-
Did Mudang get a book?
Surely.
I don't
someone
know, but I'm just
did.
saying.
Surely
Mudang's
someone.
Mudang's pictures are better than Punch's.
Yeah.
Punch's
Yeah.
videos, but then Punch's in Japan. We're ripe for anime.
Punch also has like a good story.
He has a good.
He
story.
has
Yeah.
like this, like, and it
people
kind
are
of
watching, too.
lends itself to like a children's.
I think Punch
book.
could make a good graphic novel.
Yeah.
Well, now he's getting. Well, this is what
Because like
people
it's
are
a
saying.
sad story and graphic novels are good for like something moody and
You want a
like,
manga? You want a
That-
yaoi manga?
yes, I
about
do.
Punch
Yeah.
where he's
Mhm.
fucking
Yeah.
his rival. Yeah,
Mhm.
great. Speaking of gay shit,
Okay.
we have the U.S. Olympic men's hockey controversy.
Oh.
Okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
that was a bad joke about the gay shit. This has nothing to do. This is actually so straight. It's actually horrific.
Yeah.
Well, the events that happened,
Love it.
I
The
actually
events
love
that
it.
happened are so
so
straight.
Fucking love
heterosexual
it.
and so like I can't even put that on the queer community. And I'm
Not even as a
sorry.
Guys, straight rights are coming back, okay?
No,
straight,
Not here.
straight
Not
pride.
here.
Not in Grass Nation.
Not in Grass Nation, and this is why
And
we
we're
have to
straight.
have, and we're straight, and we're straight, and believe me, to the disappointment of the
pride.
24-year-old PR girl that we had a meeting with,
Mhm.
who was like, "Okay, so what do you guys do? Okay, are you guys straight?" And then we're like, "Yeah." She's like,
We'll work with it.
"We'll
Ah.
work with that. We'll work with that." We are straight, and that's why it's good for us to have an alliance. But anyway,
Oh yeah. So
Mhm.
so okay, the main segment of the show where we break down what the internet is discussing. If you're so offline, you don't know what we're talking about. If you're so offline, you don't know that the 2026 Olympics happened. Welcome. All right. So
I know that they have, and I know the U.S. did well.
great.
That's
Tee us up. This is the professional.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing that up because
Okay.
again, on February 22nd, Saturday, February 22nd, the 2026 Winter Olympics wrapped in Milan.
Mhm.
And 232 athletes from the U.S. competed, and they set a new record with 12 gold medals. So we did do well.
Okay,
A lot of people
nice.
competed from America, and then there's 12 gold medals. 2 of the gold medals went to the U.S. hockey teams. Both the U.S. men's and women's teams had intense. I didn't watch, but this is what I read. I didn't watch hockey because I'm not a Republican.
I really didn't watch a ton of these Olympics. I'll cop to that right
Yeah,
now. I
I
watched
didn't.
Alyssa lose skate.
Oh,
after,
I cried. No,
obviously.
I cried to Alyssa's
I mean, that was
short
so
and
cute.
long
Yeah,
program
like
in
it-
my bed.
I caught that
We caught
obviously
that.
because it was so beautiful. But
I didn't catch that because I hate women. I just
wow,
I didn't
wow,
get
and
it.
it
Great.
comes out,
and, it
Yeah.
comes
and that's
out.
why he has to accept the collab.
And
Yes.
that's why he has to accept the collab.
Yeah, but yeah, no. Should I see it? Should I see
Oh,
Alyssa
it's
Lou?
really
Oh yeah,
beautiful.
it's
It's
fun.
amazing.
It's beautiful.
It's honestly like just
and
as
the
an
story.
artist,
Yeah,
like it's
I have
a
seen
beautiful
figure skating.
thing
I'm
to
like,
see.
this is incredible. But it's not something I return
different.
to.
It's
Okay.
like it's basically like it's the
She's
level of
approaching
joy
it.
that
Yeah.
she's bringing to it. It's actually
Knowing the
inspiring as a
story.
performer to be like, oh my
Damn.
God, this is like what you can do if you actually let like your love of this thing be the guide.
Yeah.
Like,
and
it
not
can
about winning. And
yeah, like it can shine through in such a beautiful way. Like it's that inspiring.
Okay,
I
that
would say
sounds
as a
good.
performer.
That does sound awesome.
Yeah.
yeah, and like even like Russian skaters were like, we can't skate like that because she's skating from a place of joy and
Yeah.
freedom that like we cannot have that connection to this sport because it's so oppressive. And I watched like
Whoa.
all these like hot ice skating. I had like an ice skating like era of watching these like Canadian YA ice skating romantic drama.
Gorgeous.
So I'm really tapped in with how toxic ice. They all have ice. They all have eating disorder. They all have this. They all have, anyway.
But Alyssa Liu was like, one of her things when she came back to figure skating, and
so
then
she retired at 16.
She retired at 16, quit, but then
fired
when she
her
came
dad
back,
as manager.
She was like, I'm doing it on my terms, and I get to set my diet. Like, no one's going to tell me what I'm going to eat. No one's going to tell me
I'm
going
to pick my
stuff.
music.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick my outfit.
Really cool.
Yeah.
I want to do my thing.
And
so
it's
then,
like her heart really shines through in the performance. You can tell that it's like, oh my God, this is someone who's doing this like from a place of pure like joy and artistry and not all the
You're
other
selling me on it
shit.
really well.
That's like, and that's the thing. Like, that's like and okay, that's a good example though of like, how like the culture and the story molds how we view these athletes that are representing our country. Like definitely Alyssa, when I saw that, I was like, I guess I was crying because of like, and it's how I felt when I watched the like Olympics in 2022, where it was like such a group of the gymnasts, such a diverse group of strong like Black women, Asian women, whatever, and they fucking killed it. And then they held up the American flag, and I'm like, yes, like I'm proud of you,
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
a good moment.
It's a good moment, and like Alyssa being like, I'm gonna have tattoos, my hair is gonna be whatever, I'm gonna dance this alternative song, and I'm gonna fucking win.
Yeah,
like whoa, that was
little hair
so
flip.
powerful.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Do you like her hair?
I do, and I like the story behind it.
Yeah,
well, what's the story behind it? I don't
She
actually know
adds
this.
a blonde ring every year.
Yeah,
she does.
She's like, I want to be like a tree.
She wants to be like a tree. Like that's how time passes. Also, and a thing about it too that people say, like when we're talking about like these right-wing guys and why they don't like piercings, and it's like that is like kind of an ultimate. Having dyed hair, having piercings, having tattoos as a woman, it's like you're above 18.
Yeah,
and also like you're taking control of your body, and you're like doing these things like. That's why they don't like that. You know what I mean? So anyway, so to hear that, so okay.
To hockey.
To hockey.
Okay.
So the opposite feeling.
So
let's sit with the Alyssa Liu
and
how great and happy and proud she made us feel.
Yeah.
And now let's go on to the men's hockey team. So the men's won their first Olympics since 1980, which that was such their first Olympic medals, gold, since 1980, since the Miracle on Ice game.
Right. That's like the one that that movie is
There's a movie about it. It was so
really
iconic.
Famous.
And it was like 46 years ago. That was the last time that the men's USA hockey team won. After the men's win, there was a huge celebration in their locker room. And no other than FBI agent and C-plot moron. In the universe of Trump, he's a C-plot.
Yeah,
and he's a moron. Kash Patel was in the locker room celebrating.
Oh, my God.
I saw that.
So there was a lot of videos coming out, as everything was celebrating. And as they were celebrating, they're hours ahead. So we're just whatever. So as they're celebrating, videos are coming out of Kash Patel. What the fuck is going on? And he's celebrating with them. So already whatever. And then this video starts making the rounds. This video was posted by @JTC53. And I do have to read his bio. It's American flag, Michigan patriot, 3-time Trump voter, common sense commentary, memes, crazy face emoji, go Lions, ! Turn on notifications and breaking news.
Okay.
So he posts this video that we're going to watch all of it.
Okay.
And the caption he posted says, while Democrats cry and moan about Kash Patel celebrating Team USA hockey, it was Kash Patel who called President Trump, and the president invited the Team USA to the State of the Union fire emoji. Plus, Kash cracked open a Corona while on the call. America is so back. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to watch this video that leaked. And I want to ask you how you guys feel and if America's back.
Okay.
Okay. And I actually haven't watched this. I know it
I have never
exists,
seen
but
this
I haven't
either.
actually watched this.
Okay. So, Kash, just for context, Kash is holding a phone and he is calling Donald Trump, and Donald Trump is on speaker.
Watch 1 minute. 1 minute. And by the way, your goalie played not bad.
Howie, say hi. Howie, say hi to him.
How you doing, Don? I have seen hockey goalies have slightly worse games than this. Unbelievable, and you were all unbelievable. And and that team is pretty good you played. I don't know if it's not going to begin anytime soon, right? And, I tell you what, I just told my people 2 minutes ago, I didn't know they'd be calling. I said, we're giving the State of the Union speech on Tuesday night. I could send a military plane or something, but if you would like to, it's the coolest night, it's the biggest.
We're in.
Yeah,
Can you pick us up in Miami on Tuesday morning?
Yeah, Tuesday morning. Go to the northern border.
We'll get Kash and we'll get the military to get you guys over.
Okay. Let's go.
Boys are going to the State of the Union.
The nice thing about being president is I can tell you, you don't have to worry about the weather or landing. So we don't care if it's snowing, if it's the worst blizzard, we'll be sailing through that city just like you did on the ice.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Now we'll do it at the White House anytime. What would really be cool, and we'll do the White House the next day, we'll just have some fun. We have medals for you guys. And we have to, I must tell you, we're going to have to bring the women's team. You do know that. I do believe I probably would be impeached, okay?
God damn, he's going on, and you can
All
tell
the
that
while.
they're trying to kind of end the call. Like they keep being like, "All right, Mr. President."
It's like talking to your mom. Just like, okay, mom. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And he's just doing more, and he's doing all his little bits.
All the while drinking Mexican beer.
Oh, they don't care about that. These people.
Oh, I know,
These
but
people, I was on a plane from New York to Cancun. And all these people are watching Fox News. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, if you're so addicted to Fox News, you can't go on a 2-hour plane ride or whatever hour plane ride. Why are you going to Mexico?
Yeah.
Why are you going to Mexico?
Doing here?
Jesus Christ.
So, guys, what do you guys think? Is America so back? Do you agree with @JTC53?
The thing is, I want to know. I don't know what any of those players are like individually. I'm wondering what their vibe is like, what their politics. Seriously, I don't know.
Okay, this completely missed you. I find you like someone who's extremely online and stuff and this has not reached your desk.
No,
that's interesting. But you've heard probably something, but you don't know the details, right?
Yeah, no. When I say I'm online, I'm learning about this new kind of Japanese mechanical pencil.
Okay,
okay,
but that's good to know.
No,
that's good to know, where we are.
You built your algorithm brick by brick.
Yeah,
you built your algorithm, and that Japanese pencil is probably.
I'm in a real sad part of the internet. Okay.
Honestly, I love the Japanese pencil part of the internet.
Oh my god,
part of the internet is
I'm about to put you onto the Unikurotoga. I'm about to put you onto it. You're gonna lose your shit.
Okay.
It sharpens itself, guys.
Wow.
But for this podcast, I'm tapped in, and also I do have a presence, not a presence, but I am on Twitter, and this was what Twitter blew up.
Yeah.
So what you're talking about, the BAFTA N-word, it was BAFTA N-word and NHL at the same time, or all this shit.
It was a rough time. It was a rough time.
Yeah. So any other impressions you guys got?
I just feel like it was such a long, weird, meandering, strange video, and it's just all of them, the way that they all ha 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 at every single one of his weird laugh lines is so gross.
Well, I'm wondering if anyone actually wanted this to happen besides Kash Patel. That's what I'm wondering. If the players
celebrating with him, there's all this they are celebrating with him.
It's there's a weirdness where I'm part of me was I feel like I never see the president. I've never seen this where it's why is the FBI director there? That's
but somebody.
Weird.
Well, the thing too is that somebody leaked that video, and you know what I mean. So not everyone thinks that because it got leaked. Another thing that happened. So these things are coming out as they're celebrating. I need to also say, there are videos of the U.S. hockey men's team in a strip club playing the national anthem and making the strippers do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh, so, that's so gross.
In Miami, they went to a Miami strip club, and there's footage of that.
Doesn't that make you the opposite of hard, or
yeah,
just
that's really it just makes me think. It just reminds me that every stripper only had nice stuff to say about Hunter Biden. Sorry.
Yeah.
He
Sorry.
Yeah.
is
Rave
great with
reviews
everyone.
Yeah.
from every sex worker that's encountered him.
And
you know
apparently
what?
great at doing drugs.
Yeah.
Great at them.
All I'm saying is,
Well, you have to, if you're like his age and you're like doing hard drugs, like you got to be good at it.
Yeah.
And good at it means like he's, you know,
He's not
And he's
making-
going to
he's
treat
not
you
overdoing
respectfully
things.
and you're going to have
No.
a good day.
He's
he-
not making
ain't
him
nothing
the
wrong with wanting a bunch of Latinas.
No.
Yeah.
Are we
Ain't
going to say, is
nothing.
Gocha Grass going to say that there's something wrong with wanting
Never.
Latinas?
No.
Never.
Hey, assalamu alaikum.
Never.
That's beautiful.
That's wrong
Never.
culture, but yes. Thank you. Okay. So a lot of people were very disappointed by this getting leaked. And a lot of people, specifically women, have been disappointed. And just for context, right? But hockey has increased with women. The NHL has reported that the U.S. female fan base grew faster than any other league in the country. That is not including the rise of hockey romance,
Yeah.
which is a whole subsect. So it's like all of that bump is like not including that.
That's like kismet. That's like the universe coming together.
The
so
universe has been coming together for the past 10 years to get more women into hockey and the rise of hockey romance. We did a whole episode about it.
Yeah.
You know, which is again a subgenre of contemporary romance. If you go on hashtag hockey romance on TikTok, there's about 360,000 videos talking about hockey romance. And again, the tropes for hockey romance, forced proximity, fake dating, grumpy/sun sign dynamic, rough around the edges, protective athletes finding love. These are all like the sexy things that happen in hockey romance. But in our Heated Rivalry Patreon that we talked about, we shared a clip with Rachel Reed, who wrote the Heated Rivalry books. And she said that most American women don't know the intricacies of hockey or the realities of hockey players. So in a way, like hockey
but
romance...
they know gay sex.
They know gay sex, but she was kind of saying, because people were like asking her, why do you think hockey romance is so popular? And she said it's kind of like sci-fi fantastical, where it's like, it's distant
That's
enough.
so funny.
Where like, it's distant enough, like people don't know the intricacies of what our locker rooms like. American girls, for me, where I grew up in Florida, I know what a football player was like on TV, and I know what a football player was like at my school.
Yeah.
Like football player. I don't know shit about hockey players because I didn't grow up like that. So then I'm reading a sexy book. I don't know anything like so that's kind of, and this is what she's saying. It's like
She says it's like Star Wars, but for
women. And then she's like, but also it's still real enough where the fan bases can imprint on real life characters.
Well,
which
yeah.
was a whole nother, which again, that was a whole other thing that we talked about, where a hockey wife had to write a dissertation saying, stop harassing my husband. He is not the character of this book.
Yeah.
So
damn,
that is real. So then Heated Rivalry comes out in this thing and it blows it up even more.
Yes.
So I guess maybe the hockey guys aren't used to getting this much scrutiny or heat or whatever.
Or just that, or questions like, do y'all kiss? Like,
Yeah, I wonder, there is an element to me, I wonder, with how like they're behaving and all of this stuff, where it's like they got this enormous new surge of attention, which is like obviously always great for your sport and blah, blah, blah. But it's like this gay thing, and I wonder if some of them
resent it.
Yeah, resent it. I wonder if there's like, you know, a homophobic weird feeling where they're like, well, we don't want them to think we're all like gay with each other and stuff,
and we have
like,
to perform straightness. That's why they're fucking. But that is why their celebration is in a strip club and not in a normal club.
And they're making them do the pledge.
And they're making them do the Pledge of Allegiance. It's performed masculinity.
Do you think if they tour around, because they're probably going to be doing like a victory tour somewhere, they're going to be like, all right, this is going to be a gay city. All right, buckle up, lads. Like,
Well, they did the tour, and
we got to play along.
The entire tour was about this fucking thing. So this whole thing blew up, and everyone was talking about it. Team captain of the USA Olympic team called Trump's joke distasteful, saying it took away from the women's Olympic success. She says, we're just focusing on celebrating the women in our room, the extraordinary efforts, and continue to celebrate these 3 gold medals in program history, as well as the double gold for men and women's at the same time, and not really detract from that with a distasteful joke. The women's team is actually like better. They have had more recent victories. They are better. They had the same score. they had actually a more impressive thing. Like, and it's being overshadowed by
and
this
they did
shitty
it backwards in heels.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Other people were just like, these guys are always nice to us, but this was really fucked up and it put us in a really tough spot and it overwhelmed us. A lot of people focused on that Trump moment where he says, I have to invite the women's team or I'm getting impeached. And people feel like that's fucked. That was sexist.
Yeah,
It was sexist.
Yeah.
And also, like, they are the better athletes. So, like, fuck you.
Yeah, like, why don't... And it's like, I don't know, it's a weird assumption that they wouldn't like the women's team. And, like, there's, like, a lot of weirdness behind it.
So...
Well, yeah, it's just the fact that, like, sports are for men.
Yeah.
That's just that's just the
like,
real
obviously
crux of it.
the women's team is a joke, and it's like,
Yeah.
no.
The women's team is a joke.
It's not called the MNBA for a reason.
Yeah, well, whatever. So for
This is
Kelly
my hill I
Panek-
die on.
Yeah, mechanical. Now we know that the mechanical Japanese pencils also is an alt-right pipeline for men.
Oh my God.
Every
yes.
single hobby that American men get into is the alt-right pipeline.
You get
Yes.
to be
important.
anti-vax eventually.
You get to be anti-vax eventually.
Which I was raised.
You was raised anti-vax?
I didn't get vaccines until I was 18 and I got it done myself.
Wow. And that's how liberal this guy is.
Yeah, and that's how
woke this guy is. Don't worry. He's not a regular white guy. He's super woke.
Give him the prize.
Woke 3.0.
Give him
woke
the award.
3.0.
The woke 5S.
Woke 5S, baby. Kelly Panek said the men's team was supportive and respectful throughout the Olympics, but when it came to the phone call, she shared, quote, "It's not surprising, to be frank. So I don't know why we expect differently." But another girl on the team, Abby Murphy, pushed back against the idea that the men's team disrespected them. On Splitting Chicklets podcast, she said, quote, "We never felt anything bad from them. It's sad that they even have to apologize for anything." So most of the women's team, they're liking memes that are like, this is fucked up. And they're outright saying this is fucked up.
Yeah.
Except for Abby.
What I'm hearing is we need to create smut around women's hockey and get that blown up as big as Heated Rivalry was in order for us to find like a star and really attribute that.
Yes, like, and that probably already exists and that's happening. I think the thing... Part of the appeal of these gay things is that, like, a gay male things, and part of the appeal of the
fujoshi of it all.
The fujoshi of it all.
What is that? What is that word?
Exactly. Listen to our Patreon. Accept our collab.
Accept the collab,
accept the
Lucas,
collab.
and we'll tell
Accept
you what
the
fujoshi is.
Well, accept the collab. But part of the popularity of fujoshi is that part of the trauma and the difficulty of dating straight men as a woman is their lack of vulnerability, emotional this, emotional that, whatever. Mm-hmm. So in these in this dynamic where it's two men, you're seeing these two men be vulnerable and like whatever to each other. Yeah. And it's even sexier and hotter and like say what they both want and communicate to each other without power dynamics. Like that is kind of the appeal. And like women's hockey, like it's gonna invoke something else. Not to say that whatever, but like that is like the toxicity is kind of part because the whole thing is like you're getting their interiority of like what they're struggling with.
A sapphic hockey series that's like for the women's team would come from a different place.
It
would serve a different.
It's not taking the same. Yeah.
Well, genuine. Okay, this is interesting. Do you think that like when guys watch girl porn, do you think that the thrill of that is seeing them be like maybe more aggressive or intentional in a way that is fulfilling a fantasy? Is that
I don't know. I feel
you
like
would know more about that than me.
You would know more about that. I don't necessarily think that men mostly are excited about aggressive women. I don't think
or just being like forthright with
maybe
what they want.
Maybe women play both roles. I think they like that.
Maybe, but it doesn't come with the power and the other dynamics and the
I don't like to see women empowered. I don't like that.
Yeah, exactly. But like that also desire is tied into the experience of patriarchy.
Yeah.
But anyway, speaking of patriarchy, one of the main characters of this are these three brothers that all play hockey. And they all played on the U.S. hockey team. Wow. And their mom is a famous hockey player. Okay. She played for the U.S. So they come from this woman named Ellen Weinberg.
Dynasty.
This is a dynasty. Ellen Weinberg Hughes is an American former ice hockey player. She competed internationally for the U.S. women's national team in 1992. She's won silver medals. She's a bad bitch. She has 3 sons who are all professional hockey players. And I think she coaches the U.S. women's team. So it's like also like perfect storm for this lady.
This is a good
So they're
show.
disrespecting their mom, though.
Damn.
Well, that's what some of the things
They're letting that man talk about their mom.
So the Hughes brothers, you have Quinn Hughes, who's a defenseman, and he was drafted 7th in 2018 by the Vancouver Canucks. Jack Hughes, drafted 1st overall in 2019, and he plays for the New Jersey Devils. And then we have Luke Hughes, drafted 4th by the New Jersey Devils. And one of them is the one that's teeth is missing.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's always one that's teeth is missing.
Fucked up. So
that's a
is
hockey
he like
thing,
the goalie?
Though.
That's a hockey thing. Okay. Team USA hockey hero. This is a clip from an article. Team USA hero Jack Hughes offered a surprising defense of the women's team after they declined Donald Trump's invitation to the White House. Speaking on Monday, Hughes, who became a global superstar for scoring the winning goal while bleeding from the loss of his 2 front teeth, told the Daily Mail, they've got busy schedules. Because the women said they're not going to the White House.
Yeah.
And the men,
Are
immediately
going,
said yes.
obviously, and showed up at the State of the Union.
He says they have busy schedules too. Everyone's giving backlash for all the social media stuff today. People are so negative out there, and they're just trying to find a reason to put people down and make something out of almost nothing. Our relationship with them over the course of being an athlete's village, I think we are so tight with their group. After we won the gold medal, we were in the cafeteria at 3:30 a.m. in the morning with them. They're talking about the women's team. And we go from there, pack our bags, and we're on the bus. People are being so negative about things. I think everyone in that locker room knows how much we support them, how proud we are of them, and how much we know the same way they feel about them, we feel about us or whatever. Then when the Daily Mail asked Jack Hughes, are you excited to meet Trump? He said, yeah, we're excited. Everything's so political. We're athletes. We're so proud to represent to the U.S. And when you get the chance to go and to the White House and meet the president, we're proud to be Americans. And that's so patriotic. No matter what your views are, we're super excited to go to the White House tomorrow and be a part of that. And again, the women did not go.
Yeah.
And also, to be fair, 5 of the 5 of the U.S. guys, Brock Nelson, Jackson LaCombe, Jake Ottinger, Jake Gnetzel, and Kyle Connor said that they had scheduling conflicts and didn't go.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Nice.
I'd watch that heated rivalry spinoff about them hiding out at the cottage, pretending to be somewhere else.
Exactly.
Pretending to have scheduling issues and fucking each other and being like, God, thank God we didn't go to the White House.
Oh my God.
So what do you think about,
I think that Muhammad Ali is hailed as the greatest because of how he wouldn't have done that. Of how he wouldn't have gone to the White House. He did not join the draft. He said, no, I have no problem with these people in Vietnam. They've done nothing against me. My own country has fucked with me more. Fuck you. There is a reason why he is called the greatest. To say that that we don't have to be political, we're just patriots, it's just obviously so small-minded and privileged.
Totally. And yeah. And one of the things that always sticks out to me is like, I don't want to be political. And it's like, okay, then don't have Kash Patel in the locker room when you win. You know what I mean?
Where is Savannah Guthrie's mom?
Yeah.
And why are you in Italy?
And why is
Kash
Patel in Milan?
Arizona looking for this bitch?
Yeah, exactly. He has work to be doing.
You have a lot of work.
And actually, you know what? I do want that case solved, so maybe we don't need him involved. But
well, maybe not.
Do we want him to do his job or no?
I'm like, let's keep him actually away from it because
But what are you doing, dog? Like, yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's like, fuck you. Like,
there's just a huge wave of like Neil Patrick Harris at that film festival or whatever being like, hey, I'm just trying to be non-political. I want to make art that's apolitical. That's not our place.
Sydney Sweeney saying the same shit.
And it's like, no, you're Republican and you don't want to stand in that. And that's
moderates on Hinge, get off.
Yeah, moderates on Hinge, get off. Get off. I will say.
Ice out a field.
Ice out a field. At least
I saw a fucking ICE agent on field.
At least got an ICE agent on field.
On field.
And I said on the Patreon yesterday, I got a guy, he said, I have a podcast. I met him on Hinge. He looks up my podcast. 9 minutes later, he's like, hey, we're not you're not my type.
We're not compatible.
We're not compatible.
Good.
And
no
then
one's
I'm like-
wasting time.
And
Good.
then he's like, just so you know, it's not about looks.
Which
I
is
don't agree with
important.
your politics. And I'm
Mhm.
like,
He
and
engaged
if
with
it
our
makes a
podcast for
difference.
10 minutes and said, I think I'm out.
I think I'm out,
it's-
but
you're hot.
you're hot.
You're hot.
And
And
then
I'm
so
like-
he saw your podcast, and then suddenly he was like, "Oh, it's that kind of nose ring."
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
it's that kind of
Right.
nose ring.
I reported the ICE agent on field.
Well,
Well done.
okay. But it is that thing. And it's also like, you're so unpolished. You're not media trained at all to even like, Sydney Sweeney would know to avoid that question or not answer like this.
Mm.
This was a terrible answer. This was a terrible answer.
But it's like, don't be accepting phone calls from Donald Trump and this, that, and the other thing. Like, if you don't want to be in a politicized space, then don't engage with the Trump administration.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, Sydney Sweeney, she's still an actor, so she does deal in, like, saying words a lot.
Yeah.
So I think that just, like, that's a part of her
Not
brain where
that
she's
much
like,
smarter.
No,
but like, these guys use a stick.
Yeah.
They're stick men. So,
Yeah.
like,
Absolutely.
yeah, I'm not expecting much more of a response.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. So talk about the response to what's going on with the NHL thing. So that Daily Mail article, this person tweeted this. This has 1.3 million views on Twitter. What does that even mean? How many of them are not bots?
impossible
There's
to
no
know.
way to know.
Impossible to
But
know.
this Pool Nuge says, so instead of backtrack, Pool Nuge 3, there's two other
News
ones.
3.
Pool Nuge 3 says, so instead of backtracking or apologizing, he's complaining that everyone's being so negative and political. Got it. Another one said, oh, because everyone, the idea and the trope that girls
Ooh.
say is that guys, like, you want a golden retriever boyfriend.
Right,
Yeah.
That's like kind of like dumb and empty-minded and like whatever. Because again, like we said with
Happy to be
mathematicians, any intelligent man is doing the most evil shit
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
So there's a TikTok comment. So disappointing, but yet again, we are reminded that a golden retriever is still a dog.
That is a bar.
That's a bar.
That is a bar.
These are the conversations women are having online. Because again, you're talking about American women who are now leaning into hockey. I was thinking about going to a hockey game. We were talking about doing a Go Touch Grass hockey night. But like, fuck you, not now, not if for a whole bunch of, like, hell no. We can do something else.
We can do something else.
If you want an American woman fan base, whatever you say about white women, whatever, 53%, not true. If you want a young American women fan base, most of them are liberal or left-leaning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you will not have that if you are not.
And they are at least liberal enough to be like, you can't talk shit about the girls hockey. Like, there's even I feel like some conservative women have like a girl power. Like,
Yeah.
even
Oh.
still, obviously they don't like live that in their life, but like, this is so far.
Marjorie
over the-
Taylor Greene is so girl power.
Yeah.
But even Marjorie
Literally.
Taylor Greene would say something about this. She said,
George Santos, very girl power.
Yeah.
well,
Well,
no.
well,
Now
he's
we're talking
queen
about
power.
gay misogyny.
He's like best friends with her. I know that he's best friends with Marjorie Taylor Greene. I know that.
And
Well-
are they actually best friends?
No, they are. I've had it pointed out to me that they kiki in the back of like Congress.
That's
That you can see them like
insane.
whispering to each other.
Well, birds of a feather. Yeah, I'm like,
I love how much
we
you guys
can't-
hated that little.
We can't process. Like,
Yeah.
we can only do
Too
so much. We
There's
can only.
so
it's
much.
an
that can be
independent
done.
podcast. We're two Latina women. We're dealing
Yeah,
with a
like,
lot.
There's a lot of information we just can't
We
always
can't
take
just
on
always
every
take
day.
on every day. We have to
Yeah, you're
parse
right.
through. Anyway,
That is the part of the internet that I'm on. I love.
Yeah.
I
And,
love
and the
George-
pencil.
And the
And the
pencil.
pencil.
but still hate women.
Yeah.
Also, so they fucking go to their mom, Ellen Hughes. They're like, "What do you think about all of this?"
Oh.
Which is also fucked up because now a woman's having to respond. Her answer sucked. She said, "At the end of the day, it's just about the country." Republican. Wait,
Oh,
what is
man.
it? MAG allegations.
MAGA allegations. MAGA allegations.
MAGA allegations. These players, both men and women, can bring so much unity to a group and to a country. People have cheered that on that don't watch hockey. People that have politics on one side or the other side. People that have politics on one side or on the other side. She's saying like both left and right can get together to like love this team. And that's all both the
Not if
ends-
Kash Patel is in the locker
No,
room.
yeah.
It's like no,
No,
you guys
she's-
actually chose to associate yourselves closely with the Trump administration.
She's a hardcore boy mom. This is a
Yeah.
this
if you
is a
could see what
hardcore.
we
Yeah.
see from the inside, the men and the women sharing, dorms and halls and flex rooms and the camaraderie and the synergy, the way the women cheered the men and the men cheered the women. That's what it's all about, she
Don't
said.
say synergy.
And the
synergy
other
is
things,
a Republican-ass word.
And the other things they cannot control, they care about humanity. They care about unity. They care about the country. I feel like
no one has ever said unity and then also trans lives matter.
Yeah.
No, I think we can hit the button. MAGA confirmed.
MAGA confirmed.
MAGA confirmed. MAGA confirmed. That's a MAGA confirmed as sentence. Somebody posted this meme that I thought was really interesting. Congratulations to the men's Olympic hockey team for shitting all over their gold medal so they could have the honor of eating cold McDonald's with hamburgers.
Eating cold McDonald's hamburgers. He's spelling it in the millennial way.
With Donald Trump, the child raping pedophile. And then it's like one of the hockey players looking miserable.
Yeah.
That's a little redundant.
What?
The child raping pedophile. I think that's kind of the whole deal. That's kind of
where his name is Scary Larry. Like you
don't say the numbers obsessed mathematician.
We are on Twitter.
Yeah.
This guy could live in Nigeria.
And this guy's using hamburgers. He's spelling stuff in the weird lolcats
You
way.
have to grade out a curve, Lucas. You have to grade out a curve on Twitter.
You have to just accept what you're going to see. This is Elon Musk's Twitter.
This
you
is
have
Elon
to
Musk's Twitter.
accept.
This is not what journalists have.
Say her name. It's X.
we detonate Twitter a lot.
We do.
But fuck that. We'll fucking... Anyway. So this is from Mayor Haley. And this is...
Mayor Haley, I think.
Mayor Haley. And she's responding to Dave Portnoy, who's boo. Yeah. He fucking sucks. He was one of the people who were complaining about the men's hockey team.
I just saw Dave Portnoy defending the U.S. men's Olympic hockey team, saying that women should not be mad at the hockey players for laughing at Donald Trump's sexist joke because the hockey players have actually been very supportive of the female athletes throughout the Olympics. But I actually want to argue that their public support is one of the reasons why this feels so traitorous. Most women have had the experience of a man being very polite and respectful to your face and then finding out that he's a sexist pig behind closed doors when he's around his boys. Those boys laughing at a sexist joke made at the female athlete's expense makes their public support look very performative, very disingenuous, makes it look like they just did it for good PR. Your public support doesn't negate your sexism. Your sexism negates your public support. And Dave Portnoy and all these other men who are so annoyed that women are upset about this. Sorry, women do not owe you our undying love and affection. If you want to cackle like a hyena at a sexist joke and you want to do the locker room talk and act like a fucking pig, then women are allowed to get online and tweet, ew, gross, that's disgusting, we don't support you anymore. That's cause and effect. But men genuinely believe that they should get to treat women any type of way and be as sexist and misogynistic as they want, and that women still have to be nice and still have to love and support them. Men are so upset that women are less interested in marriage, less interested in having children, less interested in having relationships with men, but there is zero reflection on why that is. Women are over the sexism and misogyny. Women no longer need men to survive, so why would we continue to put up with the woman-hating bullshit that is so prevalent among men? You can draw a straight line from the sexism and misogyny that women are exposed to online to women's declining interest in marriage. Men's hockey team wants to be misogynistic? Okay, then you no longer get to have female fans. Regular men online want to be misogynistic? Great, then you no longer get to have a girlfriend. That's cause and effect. Where is the accountability from men? Instead of telling women that we can't take a joke, why don't you look around and reflect on why women hate you now?
Yeah, this is something that I was feeling too. Is isn't this classic? Of course, I bet they are fucking friends, quote unquote, with the women's team. But then when the president wants to joke with them about it, they're all just going to sit there and giggle. And that's the whole locker room talk trope.
Literally. But it's this thing of you want to do whatever you say. You want to act like your shit doesn't have fucking no one can be hurt about it because it's just a joke, or it's not that deep, it's not that serious. It's not that deep, and that's not that serious for you. Because 2 weeks ago, these same group of people were complaining about Spanish and complaining about this and that. Why does everything have to be political? Where's the white people? This and that. And look at you guys behind your closed door. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's just
well, just not taking a stand for anyone, but for any issues that don't have to do with you. That is what it is, having absolutely no solidarity of any sort.
And it's fine, but it's also being upset that people are upset about it. That's the thing.
That's the thing that I keep coming back to is if you don't want to be political, then don't be
political.
Then don't have Kash Patel in the fucking locker room with you. Don't take a filmed phone call with Donald Trump. Like,
I think that they think that Kash Patel is almost exempt from it just because he works for the president. He just represents the country almost. Like he does.
I feel like it's worse because he's like the FBI director. Like, it's weirder. Like, if it had been J.D. Vance because he was like sent by the United States, I would have been like, ugh, that's like dumb, like blow, like eye roll. But I would understand more of an argument of like, we're here as the team, whatever.
You got the cop, and people are like, he's there for security. He was drinking beers with these motherfuckers.
Yeah,
and he's 5'2".
He also, Kash Patel is not personally doing security. Like, that's ridiculous.
Let's fucking relax. And
that's
also,
ridiculous.
Also, just like again, given the shit with this country, if you fuck with the thing, you are alienating people. As soon they don't view their shit, they're like, no, we should be able to do whatever you want. What are you talking about? Why are you mad at me? It's not that serious. I'm not saying it's political. It is political because you can say you're busy.
I also watched the State of the Union, which like I'm sick for even doing that, but I
tried. I did make it all the way through.
It was so bad.
It was so long.
It was so long. It was so rambling.
He was on Adderall.
Yeah, I mean, he was all over the place. It was very weird in general, but they allowed themselves to be like used as props in an insane way at the State of the Union. Like he's like, and he did like his normal riff where he's like, everybody's telling me they're so sick of winning, Mr. President. We're so sick of winning. Speaking of winning, the U.S. men's hockey team. And then like they all came out from the balcony like in a weird, it wasn't even just like the thing that they normally do at the State of the Union where it's like, the U.S. men's hockey team is here, and then they cut to them, like, sitting there. They had, like, a full weird reveal. Like, it was insane.
Well, and this is the shit that's getting one of them hot. One of the Hughes brothers and
Donald
other
Trump
people...
is the most camp man alive.
I know.
He
so
should
camp.
be on TV. It's sad. But it's also like, fuck you.
He gave up. He had the joy of his life, which was to be on television and commit white-collar crimes and sexually assault people. And he was allowed to do it for years and nobody stopped him. And he was so happy.
He can continue to scam different people.
And he gave it all up.
And he gave it all
for
up
a job he hates.
For a job he hates that he don't even want to do. Because why the fuck does a president have... I don't have fucking time to talk to random people for 3 minutes. Like, who the fuck? You're the president? Anyway.
He's not even around people he likes. Have you seen the video with him? Like, have you seen the video of like him across the table from Kim Jong-un? And he's like, yeah, let's make sure we get like a nice camera angle where everyone looks nice and thin. And then the camera just swings to Kim Jong-un and he's just like doing a Jim Halpert, just like.
Yeah. He wants to be around B-list celebrities.
Yeah.
That's like his favorite type of person to be around is like
that's why he likes Zoran. He likes the Riz and he likes the shininess.
Yeah.
And the people but then he's in this thing where he's like he can only be around people who fall in line and submit. Yeah. And the fall in line submit people are not the shiny,
Riz
interesting
people.
Riz people. They're doing their own shit.
He lives in a hell of his own making, but unfortunately, we all do too.
But unfortunately, we all do too.
World War III and like all that stuff.
And also, what I'm saying, another consequence is that half of the USA hockey team play in Canada, and Canada's very pissed at the US. Mm-hmm. Canada does not fuck with them. They made this political statement, so a lot of them have gone back to their home games in Vancouver, in Toronto, and getting booed.
Mm-hmm.
Getting booed.
You're getting booed.
Fuck you.
Uh-oh, you're getting booed.
They were fighting. That's what happened. So.
Well, how the turntables.
How the tables turn.
You know that feeling when a story just grabs you and won't let go? That's the kind of drama that's waiting for you on Disney Plus Hulu. Mysterious post-apocalyptic thrillers like the acclaimed Hulu original, Paradise. Action-adventure dramas like Daredevil, Born Again, and iconic medical dramas like Grey's Anatomy. Or maybe you want your drama with a side of comic relief with shows like High Potential. Find the drama you want on Disney Plus and Hulu with a bundle subscription. Terms apply.
And speaking of how the turntables,
let's wrap this show up. Turn the tables over to our final segment,
Grasshole of the Week.
This is where we talk about the person, people, entities, things that need to log off the most. Today we are talking about a TikToker with the username @AshleyIsInTheBookOfLife. I'm going to walk you guys through this. Okay, so a jury in Boise, Idaho, this week last Friday, awarded $10 million in damages to a University of Idaho professor who sued a woman in Texas. Spoiler alert, that's at Ashley is in the Book of Life.
Yeah.
Who made repeated claims over social media that this woman was responsible for the Idaho 4 murders. Have you guys heard of the Idaho 4 murders?
It was like a crazy white guy who did it, right?
Yeah,
and it's like
big time crazy white guy did it. Big time, it was a crazy white guy who did it.
And he like went into a house, broke in, and killed 4 people.
Yes. Okay, so basically, November 13th, 2022, 4 Idaho college students, Kaylee Gonzalez, 21, Madison Mogan, 21, Xana Kernodle, 20, and Ethan Chapin, 20, who I think was Xana's boyfriend, were found stabbed to death in their off-campus house in Moscow, Idaho, which is where the University of Idaho is.
Okay.
And it's like obviously insanely sad. They're super young. There are all these pictures of them looking like very beautiful and like they have bright futures and they're all happy and living in the college house. And it's like, I followed this case from the beginning, kind of.
It was one of those viral cases.
Yeah, it was a nationwide famous case because it's super sad. And like anyone who's had kind of like a standard college experience in the US, like the off-campus house is so off-campus housey. And like all the details about it are really sad. Like basically they went out. You can see there's like some, just like security cam footage of them like kind of drunk, getting a taco at the end of the night, stumbling home. They're all friends.
I remember that, yeah.
2 of them were found in the same room because clearly they fell asleep talking. Like it's just like really, it's like the details
Classic
are.
Shit.
Yeah, that's like part of the reason that makes it really, really sad.
Damn.
So the case gains massive nationwide attention, and it gets attention on True Crime TikTok. Immediately not great. So it's like, number one, gruesome case that's gonna call true crime TikTok to alert.
Young pretty victims.
Yeah, exactly.
They're gonna go crazy on that.
And also because like this was all happening in real time, because true crime TikTok, it's a lot of like cold cases and this and that, but like this is happening in real time. And there are all these questions about the case in general, because basically one of the crazy things about it is that these 4 roommates were killed by this mysterious person, but there were 2 roommates in a different part of the house who were not killed. They were like not targeted by this person. And one of them woke up and said that they saw a guy walking around in the house. And I think like that they saw him in a ski mask, but she didn't really understand what she was looking at. Again, they're like drunk college kids. They came home.
Campus house.
Yeah, it's like it was a party house that people came through. Like people don't like, she didn't know what she was looking at, basically.
Sure.
But either way, like, so all these other details are coming out. And now these TikTok sleuths are like, looking into the other roommates. They're starting to be like, well, why didn't they do this? Why did they call it this time? They should have stayed up. So now people are like arguing about what these roommates should have done. People are looking at like fucking aerial photos of the house to try to figure out what makes sense based on where he could have entered and stuff. It's like they're getting crazy.
They're getting crazy.
Trying to solve the case, basically. And immediately there's also this nationwide manhunt. And so these TikTok people are trying to figure out who did the case. Like they're trying to solve the case before the Idaho fucking police or whatever, the Moscow police.
And also like half of the true crime narrative is that like the American police system is fucked up and they don't solve things and they don't look like they're incompetent and like we're better.
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, sometimes,
but then sometimes it's like there's a reason why cops don't just.
Yeah, exactly. There's also like a reason why with certain cases, cops have protocol of like how they release information, what they tell people, da-da-da-da. Like there is research behind like detective work and like solving crimes. Funnily enough. Okay. So it's not until December 30th. So that's like 6 weeks after the crime. The 28-year-old Brian Koberger is apprehended and has since been convicted of the crime. And the reason I said, like, funnily enough, that we're talking about, like, the value of criminology, he's, like, a criminology student in the area.
Jesus.
And basically, he's a fucking weird freak who wanted to commit the perfect crime. And it seems like he likely had become obsessed with one of these girls.
Yeah,
and he thought because he was a criminology student that he would get away with it. And actually, he, like, left his DNA at the scene and, like, did a bunch of stupid shit. He's so creepy if you look at a photo of him.
No, his picture's creepy.
See, I think someone said that I looked like him, and that's why it's stuck in my memory.
No, Lucas, you have life in your eyes.
No.
You don't
Thank
look like
you.
Brian
You don't look like
Kohberger.
Brian
You don't look like
Kohberger.
Brian Kohberger.
Yeah,
You
the
don't.
internet would disagree.
No, the internet's yelling at us for having nose rings.
Yeah, like, you
Yeah.
can't listen to those
Like,
people. You
Well,
don't
here's
look
the
like Brian
thing. Here's the
Kohberger.
thing. You both do have nose rings.
but that doesn't mean that we can't talk about Dak Shepard. Like,
Yeah.
that's what they're saying about
Yeah,
it. So
yeah,
don't
yeah.
take that in.
Thank you.
You can't take what the
You
internet
can't take
says.
what the internet
Thank
says
you
in.
so much.
Okay, I will say that if anyone wants to look into the case, there's also basically once he's convicted, Kaylee Gonzalez's sister gives like this really good victim statement where kind of instead of doing the normal thing that's like she was the light of our lives and blah blah blah, she like addresses it directly to him and she's like, I have some questions for you. Did you really think the police wouldn't find you because you paid for the weapon with a gift card? Like, and it's
Yeah.
and she like goes
Whoa.
in on him and is like, she was like, you're dirty, you're sloppy, you're slow. And she like, because basically his whole thing was that he thought he could commit the perfect
Yeah,
crime.
but you know what? That's the read of a life. And
yeah,
like,
it's honestly
sad.
amazing.
Damn.
But it's a sad thing too. I'm sorry, like privilege is also a burden when you're a white guy. You get away with a lot of shit. The only way you learn is the most extreme way.
Yeah.
That's kind of the burden. And I'm like, yeah, this
Whoa.
motherfucker had to learn. He don't have hundreds of people commenting, not hundreds, but like 3 people commenting on his video saying you're fucking stupid, you don't sound smart, this and that. He's never heard that. But we do.
Yeah.
So
like,
we would commit the perfect crime.
And we will.
and we have.
And
Take it
we
out.
have.
Take it out. Take it out.
Take it out.
But the point is, Brian Kohberger did this and he's literally in jail for it now. And like, that's
But
done
then
and
what did
dusted.
Ashley do?
But okay.
But then why are we, who's
But
Grasshole?
why? So why are we
Okay.
talking about at Ashley is in the
And
book
where's
of life?
the book?
And where is the book of life? I mean, that's an ancient question. But the point is, Brian Kohberger, like, he did it.
Yeah.
Bottom line. But this entire time, since the start of the case, 41-year-old Ashley Gillard has been accusing a University of Idaho professor named Rebecca Schofield of being the killer. So I'm going to show you. Her handle is Ashley's in the book of life.
I was really hoping this was white nonsense.
No, actually, this is not white nonsense. And actually, the villain is a black woman in this
That
one. I'm
sucks.
so sorry to say.
That sucks.
I'm
It
so
always
sorry to
sucks
say.
to
Hey,
see
hey,
it.
it's not Black History Month anymore. This is
But
March.
it's women's
I waited till
history.
March to bring this.
This
Yeah,
is
she
a
did.
March. This is a
I
March
waited
ass.
I know
till
it's
March to bring
painful.
this, but yes, 41-year-old Ashley Gillard, aka at Ashley, is in the Book of Life 4, is a black woman. She is also, according to herself, a psychic and a tarot reader. And she believes...
I don't know, though. I can't really go all in on a tarot reader with a Christmas tree in the background, you know? Like, and she's not giving woo-woo, like, I'm sorry, a TikTok tarot reader, you do need a nose ring.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
love to see a nose ring.
Where's your nose ring, bitch?
I would love to see a nose
Where's
ring.
That's
your
a
nose ring?
Great
Nose
thing
ring.
to say. Yeah.
'Cause I'm like, it's too.
She
it's
doesn't
giving
look
too-
alt enough.
No.
Yeah, no, it's giving. I need non-binary at least.
Yeah. I mean, yes. And these are the things you have to be thinking about when you're hiring a tarot reader, because you can't hire just anybody, because she's saying she's a tarot reader and a psychic. And basically, starting since the crime first, became famous, she was using her tarot cards and her psychic abilities to solve the crime from Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And according to Gillard, these readings led her to Schofield, who is a teacher, a history professor at the University of Idaho.
So she pulled the ten of Pentacles.
And she said, I found the killer, and it's this woman. She starts posting
That's awesome.
pictures of this woman
Nice.
with her contact information. She's doxing
Oh
this
God.
woman.
Nice.
Oh no. That's.
Nice.
Oh no.
And then once it comes out that Brian Kohberger actually did this, literally again, his blood is everywhere.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah,
he
he's
did
sloppy.
this.
He bought it with a gift card.
Yeah, couldn't have left more evidence. Basically, she starts coming up with this story that this teacher was having an affair with Kaylee Gonzalez, and that she was trying to cover it up by ordering her death. So she's now trying to say, she hired Brian Kohberger to do this. Now, these social media accounts that I pulled, I don't know if these are the original ones she was using because this one only has 3,000 followers. I did go to her alt account. Ashley is God in the flesh.
Well, no, you can see the handle within the video on the right says Book of Life, no number. This one has
has 4. Yeah, so she's like,
see, and this is a TikTok professional.
Yeah,
here.
Exactly.
Catching the little clip.
Because I went to her backup account, Ash is God in the flesh, and that account is just gone.
No, no, absolutely.
No, she's got multiples.
She's got multiples
yeah.
for sure.
She's doxing a college professor in Idaho. What else is a college professor gonna do but fucking report your shit?
But throughout this entire ordeal, she made 112 videos about this.
Nice.
And her most recent video about it was in August of 2025. Brian Koberger was sentenced in July.
Wow.
So, like, she really did not let up.
But it's what Lukas was saying. Once you find one thing, you got to pigeonhole yourself.
Yeah.
You find one thing. TikTok says you got to keep doing more of what the fuck works.
Yeah.
So
it's a really sad truth of a lot of creators is that they don't view things in a lens of like what is right. They don't see things as like, what should I do as a human? They're like, oh no, this is what I do. I stoke rage. Seriously.
Yeah, rage sells more than sex now.
Well, okay, so when, I mean, yes, literally, and doing weird fake tarot, I don't know.
Doing weird fake tarot.
Fake tarot? What are you doing?
Her tarot's fake. Her tarot's fake.
She got a Christmas
Whoa.
She got a Christmas tree.
Whoa.
Her tarot's fake.
I'm not buying it.
Stop the Ashley hate. She could...
She's wearing a Versace. She's wearing a Versace. Like, I'm just like, it's not giving thing, and it's
she
incorrect.
got it wrong. And she got it wrong. She didn't see. She didn't.
This guy literally came on the crime scene.
Yeah.
And then she's like,
it's this
other
random
girl.
teacher.
As a man, there's nothing I love doing more than playing devil's advocate.
Oh my God. Well, the devil's got enough of them.
Yeah.
And they come in your form, so let's relax.
Okay, but one of the things that they brought up in court is that this woman, like, so she's making 112 videos doxing this random professor at the school, like doubling down. If you look at like the titles of all these videos, it's all her being like, Rebecca Schofield will regret this lawsuit. Like, she's gonna, like, she'll never silence me.
Rebecca Schofield's Alibi Part 2 re-murder of the 4 University of Idaho students.
Yeah, like, she's not stopping. But she didn't actually contact authorities about any of this until December 10th. So that's almost a month after the crime. And, like, she just left an FBI tip. It's like, if you think that you found the murderer, why are you only making TikToks? So that was like one thing that came
How
up
do
in
you go to
court.
the police with that? I mean, TikTok is the perfect place to go with tarot readings. If you go to the police, be like, nah, you see, the three
So
of
you're
cups.
in defense of the Grasshole? Or you're just being a devil's advocate?
Yes.
Yeah,
Simply yes.
Yeah.
But I'm saying she's saying tarot led her to Rebecca Schofield, but then she's getting into like, she's claiming to have information and knowledge about this
And you're
case.
saying that it's bullshit because she didn't go to the cops until
Well,
a month
that's one
after.
of the things that came up in trial. That was like one of the things that
That's
the
why
prosecutors, or like the people representing Rebecca Schofield said is like, if you actually believed that you had found a murderer who was on the loose, like, why would you not try to get in touch with any authorities for over a month?
Because clout.
Well, yes. She also continued to make videos after the Moscow Police Center cease and desist. Pause here just to talk about the ethics of true crime TikTok in general.
I think it's a good idea.
You think it's good?
I think it's
Great.
I think it's a good idea to involve ethics.
In true
Oh,
crime
yeah,
TikTok.
yeah.
I do. I agree. I agree. Well,
I will say I stole that from, I think, Gandhi. Like, someone asked him, like, oh, what do you think of Western civilization? And he said, I think it would be a wonderful idea. So I did steal that.
You stole that from Gandhi.
I stole that from Gandhi.
What is it? What do you call it? Rizmaxing, munting, something from Gandhi? Jester gunting from
Jester, you gents.
Keep going.
Jester
keep going.
Gandhi.
Jester munted. You
You
Gandhi
Terror
mask.
Chad, Gandhi mask.
Jester
You
mask.
Gandhi mask.
You
You Gandhi
Gandhi
mask.
I feel like we're seeing a lot of this same stuff with, to bring it up again, the Savannah Guthrie mom kidnapping
thing,
now,
yeah.
is that it's like these cases go viral in real time and then people feel very comfortable just getting online and being like, I think the brother-in-law did it.
I think this is like West Elm Caleb, dude,
Yeah.
where it's like one thing is happening and it's a very real thing. I mean, it's not, obviously West Elm Caleb did not kill 4 people.
Yeah.
He just fucked 4 women in like 24 hours.
Yeah.
But there are people in Vegas posting about it and this and this and that. It's like it's like a parasocial relationship with a tragic incident. It's crazy.
Yeah. And
it's crazy.
And to go back to like your previous point about like, you know, a lot of times these police departments, these local police screw things up and blah, blah, blah. Like that's like a narrative in the true crime world is like the many ways that like the local police will fuck up and not get the stuff right. And then the case is lost. But at the same time, like, there's a reason police can't release the name of suspects until certain parameters have been met. And, like, people have rights before they're accused of a crime for a reason.
And you have to, and it's not even that. It's like, you have to get the evidence in a proper legal way.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
Otherwise, it's a mistrial.
Otherwise, it's a mistrial. You can't just say that somebody did something. You have to have proof that is in a certain fucking way.
Yeah, and you can actually fuck up the real case by doing some of this stuff.
That's what happened with the Diddy trial. Allegedly.
With like why he didn't get charged with more. Because he can't. Yeah, exactly. It's like they can prove that he did X, but they couldn't prove that he did all the other shit because it's hard to prove. It's hard to prove that you're holding someone prisoner for 20 years or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Put a pin
in Diddy. Yeah, put a pin in the Diddy trial. But this is not the first time that TikTokers have like falsely accused people that have had nothing to do with a crime. There was a UK case with a woman named Nicola Bully who disappeared, and basically a bunch of TikTokers started like flooding the area and were filming shit and accusing random locals of being involved in the crime to the point where the police ended up having to issue a dispersal order.
Wow.
This is the UK.
That's
so
the UK. They make
my
up
guess
shit,
is that's them being like, everyone's got to go. Everyone out.
Everyone
out
stop.
now. You've
Stop.
you've all to go home. It's gone far enough.
Seriously.
You've all to go home.
We're fed up.
So that I think that's what
made us all very cross.
So that happened.
does sound like
babes.
a dispersal.
Babes, you've got to go home, babes.
Yeah.
No, it's gone way too far.
Okay, now the tan got deeper.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
I have filler now.
Yeah.
Crazy filler now.
Guys, what's up? What did actually Texas do?
One more other thing that I have to mention that is from real life is there was this trend called the to catch a predator trend.
Yes.
Where people tried to use dating apps to like lure people who supposedly want to have sex with underage girls. But the thing that's crazy is like these dating apps don't allow underage girls.
People.
So all these profiles.
You're more likely going to find a Republican guy.
Yeah,
Sorry.
like the profile.
That's what's going on Hinge. You're not missing out. You're not catching predators. They're just emotionally unavailable and conservative.
Yeah. Like, so basically people were doing this trend where they're trying to like create profiles for fake 18-year-olds and then like lure men who want to date an 18-year-old. Whatever. Either way, it led to a situation in Massachusetts where these 4 students at a university made a Tinder profile for a woman who they said was 18. And then they lured this 22-year-old man to a basement, which like 18 to 22.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about people who could have been freshman and senior in high school at the same time. And they beat the shit out of him. And then they all got charged. So it's getting crazy.
And it wasn't even for Slender Man.
And it wasn't even for Slender
funny.
Man.
Yeah, it shouldn't be funny, but it's funny. But that's crazy.
What I'm saying is they
and it's all Ashley's fault.
Yeah, and it's all Ashley's fault.
You know they started filming like documentary footage and being like, "Hi, so this is how. So he's about to come over. This is gonna be so big, guys." Like they were probably like thinking about how big of a hero they were going to be.
I know. Yeah. It's like the opposite feeling of like when I see those teens in the ice walk out beat up a conservative guy. Like a
so they don't get the police. They just beat the shit.
They beat the shit out of the
they just bring him there to beat him up, and it's like,
and then they let him go. Like
and because he's 22 and he wanted to meet up
with an 18-year-old
girl, which like. Okay, whatever.
We've lost the plot, guys.
We've lost the plot. Anyway, jurors deliberated for under 2 hours before determining that Ashley Gillard lost the plot. They awarded Rebecca Schofield $10 million in damages, which is way more than she asked for. She asked for $1.8 million, but they gave her 10. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that Ashley Gillard, say it with me now, represented herself in court. So.
Oh, my God. Oh,
Okay, that rocks. That
So
rocks.
I know that she doesn't have $10 million. So this was just spiteful. The jury was like, and we're gonna put 10. We're putting her down for 10. After the circus that she put us through.
I'm sorry, but also I'm just like, girl, you're a black tarot reader and you're going to court in Idaho.
You're representing yourself.
Can I just say, black people can do anything.
They can
That's
do
what
anything.
we've learned. They can do anything.
Idaho,
They can
I can't say it was successful.
Representation wins.
Representation matters.
And that's why it's important for black women.
Self-representation win.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So
that's so goddamn.
So she represented herself in court.
It's the most unnecessary trajectory of life.
Oh my God. I need her confidence. That's what we need.
Yeah.
We're out here being scared, and this is a lesson to anyone listening.
You know what? People are always like, give me the confidence of a
mediocre white man.
Give
me the confidence of Ashley Dillon.
Yeah, give me the confidence of a black tarot reader who's representing herself in court in
After
Idaho.
making 112 videos saying somebody is a murderer. Because they read a 10 of Pentacles that said so.
Oh.
Okay, so I read in this article that she cross-examined herself in a question and answer format.
You think she was like, do you think she did voices?
I
She was
don't
like,
know.
okay, Ashley, what do you...
But I guess she cross-examined herself like in a
amazing.
format that kind of mimicked the way that the
Oh.
prosecutor had cross-examined her. Like there was some.
Oh, she did an impression.
Schofield also took the stand and she said that it was very distressing to her to be accused of the murder of 4 students at her school. And
naturally,
like that the whole thing was really surreal. It's like, it's obviously horrifying to like, again, this woman posted like 112 videos of her about her.
I'd get accused of murder for 10 mil. I'd do that exchange.
But you
She's
don't know
not
that you're
gonna
get
the 10 mil.
No,
Yeah, I know, but
she's not gonna get 10.
No, but in my head, I do know the 10 mil. In my head, I'm playing this game.
If you knew ahead of time and you were guaranteed 10 mil, that's a different thing. But she didn't know that. She didn't know anything. She didn't know this was ever gonna stop.
I'll be lucky to get $20,000 from this lady.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the likelihood of her actually getting anything from this woman is very, very
But that
bad.
woman will stop.
But like one thing that she said was like, you know, obviously like this was a huge deal on the campus of that school. It like rocked the school. It's very
really
upsetting.
scary. It's sad.
And
It's fucked up.
she skipped the vigil for the students because she was like, it's going to distract people.
Because people think I did
people
it.
think I fucking
That's
did it. And like, it's going to distract people for me to like.
She probably
even be
really
there.
wanted to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like
Who
a
knows
huge
if she
thing.
knew she did one of these fucking students?
Yeah, I didn't read that she like had one of those students, but like obviously it's just fucking it's disturbing in general, and then if you're actually close to it, it's disturbing. So finally, at Ashley is in the book of life for the crime actually of posting 112 videos where you accuse a random person of murder long after the original murderer was found. You must
go touch grass. Lucas.
That's our episode.
Where can we find you? Where can we collab with you? Tell us where.
You can find me on all socials at Lucas T. Arnold. YouTube, Lucas Arnold 1.
Wow.
Yeah.
That band.
I got the one.
You got the one.
I got the one in there. Yeah. Follow me.
She had to be Ashley's in the book of life 4. But this isn't really the original.
I got the first one. But yeah, also sign up for my mailing list. It'll be at the link in my bio. It says like, tell me where to perform. Sign up, and then I'll let you know when I'm doing stand-up near you.
Wow.
Nice.
Beautiful. Beautiful. You can follow me at Pandalise on Instagram, at Elise Navidad on TikTok, and this podcast at Go Touch Grass Pod on everything.
You can follow me at Millie_Tamaris on Instagram and on TikTok, and you can follow me at Millie Tamaris on Twitter. And until next time,
Go Touch Grass!
Go Touch Grass is created and hosted by Elise Morales and Millie Tamaris.
And our theme song is by Doug Wydick.
You know that feeling when a story just grabs you and won't let go? That's the kind of drama that's waiting for you on Disney Plus Hulu. Mysterious post-apocalyptic thrillers like the acclaimed Hulu original, Paradise. Action-adventure dramas like Daredevil, Born Again. And iconic medical dramas like Grey's Anatomy. Or maybe you want your drama with a side of comic relief with shows like High Potential. Find the drama you want on Disney Plus and Hulu with a bundle subscription. Terms apply.